What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. We have another ball video from Storm Products today. This is going to be from the Storm brand of Storm Products. This is going to be your lower end, entry-level, solid reactive cover stock bowling ball. We have the brand new Monsoon. So my Monsoon is drilled pin over my ring finger with the CG kick. This is about 4 to 4.5 inches away from my pap. This is my standard layout. And as you can see, the colors of this remind me kind of like a Joker theme with the purple and the green. It's a sharp looking bowling ball. It's a different kind of bowling ball. But as you can tell, this ball comes out of the box with quite a bit of surface. Comes out of the box with 2,000 grit. 2,000 grit. Normally you don't see that unless it's on the higher performance bowling balls, those asymmetrical bowling balls. So this is going to be your entry level bowling ball. Like I said, entry level solid. We're going to throw shots on the 42-foot house condition here at my home center. And we're going to show you this ball's a sleeper. This is a lot of bang for your buck. So let's get started. Monsoon hooks, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious, this thing is a lot of bang for your buck. It's got the RG of 253, differential of 042, and it has the Reactor solid reactive cover stock wrapped around the Atmos AI core. I hope I didn't butcher that. And it comes out of the box, like I said, at 2,000 grit. So as you can see, we probably threw 10 shots maybe. And as you can see, it did shine up a little bit. It's still, a very strong cover or strong surface on a weaker bowling ball, which is really unique because it allows it to read the lane really, really hard, but it's very continuous because of it being a weaker cover stock bowling ball. So now we're going to be throwing the Typhoon against the Monsoon as well as the IQ Tour. We're going to explain why we chose the IQ Tour. And then the Typhoon, we chose the Typhoon because the Monsoon is the solid version of the Typhoon. So it just makes all the sense in the world. So let's keep going on that house shot. We're going to be throwing some more shots on that, and then we're going to be throwing some shots on a very, 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 very hard pattern. So let's keep it going. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and talk about Typhoon versus Monsoon real quick. On the house condition, the Typhoon will not be thrown on the very hard sport pattern. I'm going to explain to you that, but we're also going to talk. The Typhoon has the same exact numbers RG differential as the Monsoon. The difference is the Typhoon comes out of the box with that Reactor Pearl cover stock, comes out of the box with Power Edge, where the Monsoon has the Reactor solid and it's got 2,000 teeth, essentially. So you're going to have, with these two bowling balls, it's very two different options in your bag for that lower category of your arsenal. So now we're going to be throwing the IQ Tour versus the Monsoon on a very, very hard pattern. All I'm going to say is it's 40 feet and it's 1-to-1. That's all you need to say. I'm not going to throw a single shot in practice. The shots that you are going to see, that is the shots that I'm going to throw with these two bowling balls. And we're going to see, can the Monsoon take the place of the IQ Tour? We'll see. So let's go ahead and throw some shots, head over, a couple lanes over, throw some shots on the 40-foot 1-to-1 pattern. So let's get it. right, guys, that is going to wrap up the video. We got the Monsoon versus Typhoon versus IQ Tour. But we're going to talk about Monsoon versus IQ Tour on the 40-foot 1-to-1 pattern. All I'm going to say is it starts with an R. IQ Tour is my baby. It's one of those balls on the harder lane conditions, not necessarily in house, but the harder lane conditions with the RG and the differential. It definitely gives me a really, really good shape. Down lane, very controllable, but doesn't over respond to the friction. Now this Monsoon with a higher RG, higher differential, stronger out of the box with that 2000 grit, you're going to see that Monsoon really read the body and change direction where the IQ Tour may not. I went high quite a bit with that Monsoon if I missed left, just because it sees the friction and it wants to keep going. Where the IQ Tour, it is a little bit stronger, just a hair stronger, but it's very controllable off the spot. That's what makes that IQ Tour so good. But yeah, is the Monsoon going to be a first ball in my bag on those harder lane conditions? If I drilled one a little bit smoother, maybe. But the IQ Tour, that's probably going to be my go-to on the harder lane conditions. I've drilled about 15 of them for a reason. The Monsoon, it's just a little bit too responsive down lane for those harder lane conditions on the fresh for me personally. But like I said, a lot of bang for your buck. I've said that quite a bit. It's very true. So Monsoon, it's a great addition in that Thunder line. With the Typhoon, you're going to have the complete opposite of the Typhoon. The Typhoon's really clean, responsive down lane. The Monsoon, very strong, reads the body well. But for a lower end solid Coverstock bowling ball, it really wants to come off the spot and change direction. So I definitely think this is going to be a good addition in my bag. It's not going to take place in my IQ Tour just yet. I can't get rid of that IQ Tour. But the Monsoon, like I said, for a lower end solid bowling ball, ladies and gentlemen, it is a lot of bang for your buck, and you will not be disappointed. The price point and the performance that you're going to get out of this Monsoon. So head over to your local pro shop, your local VIP pro shop today. Get your Monsoon as quickly as possible. Like I said, lower end solid, very good option in the Storm family. Also, too, thank you to Coolwick.com. Use my code RMcCormick10. Coolwick has everything: backpacks, joggers, sweats, jerseys, t-shirts, polos, everything that you can think of. Coolwick.com has it. So use my code RMcCormick10. Thank you to Krista and Lee Sant for everything that you guys do. I think this marks year 7 or 8 of me being on staff, so I cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you do for us staffers, as well as everybody in the bowling industry. Thank you guys very much. And we will also, last but not least, like to thank Vice Inserts for giving me a best feel when it comes to my finger grips, my thumb slug, and the tape that protects my fingers. Ladies and gentlemen, Monsoon, a lot of bang for your buck. You will not be disappointed at the price point and a lot of bowling ball, a lot of performance for a lower cost. Go get your Monsoon today. See you guys.